back in the old days, if you said, oh, tonight we're having dinner from Asda, and then the next night you said, oh, tonight we're having dinner from M&S, you'd get a totally different reaction. Hello, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be doing something fun. I've wanted to do this video for a long time. I don't know why it's taken so long to get around to it, but I finally got around to it. I am doing an Asda grocery M&S taste match. I'm not sure how to word it. It doesn't word together very well, but essentially Asda are selling a range of goods that they promise has been tested, matched to M&S food. But the Asda is, as you can probably guess, a bit more affordable or less costly. So I went onto the Asda website. I had a look at all of their M&S matched grocery items. There's just like a select few things. It's not like all of their products, just like a select few things they're saying is this is just as good or better than M&S at a more affordable price. So I picked a few things. You know me, I can't resist a little taste test, so I picked a few things and got it delivered. My experience of Asda delivery is, I'm going to give it like a 7 out of 10. The thing is, there's always substitutes with Asda. When you do like an Ocado shop, you literally rarely ever get substitutes, and the substitutes are offered to you rather than just put in your shop. Although I did mention this in a vlog the other day, because Asda basically sent me a shop with 2 substitutes just thrown in there, and I wasn't sort of told until like an hour before it was being delivered. Then it was delivered. I didn't know I could refuse it because I thought there would be somewhere online or a text message where it would offer me the substitutes and I could say yes or no, but apparently they deliver you the stuff and then you can refuse the substitutes. And so I'm not quite sure how that works. Maybe I'll try it again. But I assume you just give back the things that they substituted and say, I don't want these. Anyway, so I've got an arrangement of things. I've got dinner bits, I've got snacky bits, I've got a couple of dinners. So this is going to be like taste tested over a few days because obviously I can't eat all this food in one day. But we've got like things like their stir fry, which I'm really excited about. We've got burgers because it is burger season. Fair enough. It's burger season. So let's just get straight into today's video. If you're not already, I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe. I've got some very fun videos coming up very soon, and give this video a thumbs up if you like this kind of content. And yeah, let's go. Okay, so one of the items I wanted to taste match is the Asda Seville Orange Marmalade. We enjoy marmalade in the morning. It goes really well on toast with a little bit of crystal salt. Oh, it goes so nicely. So we like marmalade in this house, so I thought this would be a nice one to try. So this was in the list of M&S matches that they've done, which is the extra special Seville Orange Breakfast Marmalade, and this one cost this amount. And then obviously we're taste testing it against the M&S Seville Orange Marmalade, which cost this amount. I mean, as it's Asda and M&S, you would expect the M&S one to taste better, but let's see. Blimey, that is really like... Oh, they smell different. I have to say, like, this is more authentic smelling. Has this got a coarse cut, thick cut Seville Orange Marmalade? It smells like it's got honey in or something. Wow, so this smells like so authentic, like homemade. It's so, it's like so sweet it almost smells like honey. This smells like more traditional marmalade. This smells really nice and like fresh and citrusy. Anyway, so I'm going to make them up right now. Lauren's just on the phone upstairs, and then I'm going to call him down. I'm not going to tell him which one's which, and because I just want him to let me know like what he genuinely prefers. And yeah, we're going to do a taste test. I'm going to do them on crumpets, because is there a better vehicle to your marmalade than a crumpet? These are just normal crumpets. Much prefer a sourdough crumpet, I have to say, but there weren't any in the shops. Anyway, let's do a couple of crumpets. So we got
Crumpets.
Crumpets with
Marmalade.
Marmalade.
Yeah.
So one of them's M&S, one of them is Asda.
Ah.
So you have to tell me what you prefer, taste-wise.
Marmalade's weird. Everyone, some people think marmalade is marmalade, but marmalade isn't just marmalade. You can have really thick, almost dry, kind of gloopy marmalade. You can have like that thin stuff, like golden shred.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's have this one first.
Okay. I put that bit near the edge so you could bite that.
Yeah.
So you probably want it. Wow.
That's nice. It's kind of caramelized.
It's quite a rich flavour.
It's got a very deep flavour. It almost tastes homemade.
Yeah. I was thinking that when I was smelling them. Always tastes homemade, and it's a bit almost like honey. Like it's really sweet, but also naturally sweet. So it's
it's got like a depth of flavour to it as well, which some do not have. But let's have a little try of this one. Different. That's really tough, because if you were to ask me which one I prefer, I actually prefer the second one. And the reason I prefer the second one is it's kind of fruitier.
Yeah,
it's lighter. Tangy. Yeah, which is kind of, it's almost like it's got some like small orange, like a tangerine or a clementine or something like that in there as well, because that has that slightly different vibe to it. They're both delicious, but they are both completely different.
Yeah, they are different. So they're both Seville orange. I think, is there a massive difference between Seville orange and dark Seville orange? Probably a bit, but I do think they're made quite differently. I think the one I prefer, which is this one, is much more fruity. You're right, it's like they've thrown in smaller tangerines as well to give it just a bit more zest. Yeah. This one's like, to me, just tastes like it's got honey mixed in, because it's got like this really like deep flavour. It's orangey, but it's, I feel like this is more old fashioned. Like the first one we had is more old fashioned flavoured. Yeah. This one is like more us now, because it's what we are used to eating. I agree. If they were beers, but no, to me it makes sense. If they were beers, this would be like a dark ale or almost a Guinness. Yeah. And this would be like a pale ale or even like a lager. I prefer the second one we had. I think it's entirely how you're feeling on a particular day. But if I had to only have one, I would choose the second one too. I'd choose this slightly thinner cut, not the dark one. That's just my personal preference, but they're both good. Yeah, they're both good. So we preferred the Asda. Good. Nice. Cool. Had a feeling that would be the case, because because this one looks more posh as well. And it's got that homemadey taste to it. The bits are all different sizes, which it's got big chunks in it, hasn't it? Makes it feel less mass produced. Yeah, although it probably is mass produced. M&S is quite good at doing that. They're quite good at like making things just that extra bit special. That's what you paid for, though. Baking it. Yeah. Okay, for dinner tonight we're going to be having M&S and Asda burgers. So I'm going to make a burger from each. So according to Asda, it's going to be a taste match to the M&S burgers. What I found really interesting so far is visually they are so different. When I think because I've been shopping in Aldi for so long, Aldi just makes replica food, and often it does taste the same. Not all the time, but most of the time. And they make it look the same in terms of packaging and things like that. Whereas Asda, visually the burgers are very, very different. So it's quite interesting, but apparently it's a taste match, so they're going to taste either the same or just as good. Personally, my first impressions, the M&S burger doesn't look very good. I think because it really, to me, it looks like the Linda McCartney vegetarian burgers. I love those. I think they're delicious, but they visually it's not like as burger looking as the Asda one. I think the Asda one looks really good, really sort of plump, really burgerish. I'm going to grill them for the same amount of time. We're going to add the cheeses, because I've got cheeses from M&S, cheeses from Asda, so I'm going to add the corresponding cheese to the corresponding burger. And then I'm just going to use normal buns, because that's what we have in, and then I'm going to serve it with diced potato and some veggies and stuff like that. So let's get on with cooking the burgers, and then we're going to taste test, see which one we maybe prefer, which one we don't. So these are the burgers. As you can see, this one looks visually better. And it's a bit thicker. This one's a bit more round. Whereas this one looks a bit funny. Yeah? So let's cook them up now. Lawrence has made up like our homemade Big Mac sauce, which we'll put in. He's also fried some bacon because he wants bacon with his, but I don't want it with mine, so he's gonna have bacon on top of his potatoes. But yeah, let's get them in the pan. Actually, never fried them. Lawrence said I should fry them because this is the pan that he cooked the bacon in. Hey baby! But I've actually never fried burgers. I normally grill them. So let's see. You've got cheese from Asda, cheese slices from M&S. So just before the end, I'll put the cheese on the burgers, and that will melt the cheese a bit, and then we'll put them in our buns. One looks a lot better, I have to say. Like, it's really thick and plump. The M&S one's looking a little bit better now it's cooking, because before it looked a bit grey. But yeah, the Asda one still looks really good. Hey!
Alright.
It's burger time. We do have potatoes and salad going with this, but it's just easier to have the burgers on the table. Oren's got salmon, because he's not a burger fan, but he's got salmon and potatoes and stuff. Right, let's get going, because I'm just so excited, okay?
Okay, alright. Okay.
Okay, and then have a sip of your drink. And then we'll swap.
I love cloudy lemonade.
It's such a summer drink as well, isn't it?
Alright.
God, did you want to have any other bigger bite? Oi!
This is orange.
You can try it, it's fizzy.
No,
You try it, honey, if you want. Okay. Okay, that's hard.
I don't think it's hard.
Go on.
Not much to choose between them in terms of taste. This one, slightly fatter one, that's got so much more texture, and texture is so much better in that one. This one, it's thinner, and it kind of doesn't really have any texture. You kind of bite into it.
I have to say, the texture on the bigger one is better. I'm going to have another quick bite of both.
Yeah.
Right, look at that.
I know, it's proper though, isn't it?
Oh.
That's a proper burger.
That's like a proper barbecue burger.
Yep.
Go get some burger.
I actually really like that one. It's peppery. I do think, so this one's the Asda one.
Which one?
This one. Big fat
Chunky
fatty.
one?
Big fat, yeah. I do think that's the better one.
Yeah, I think so.
It's really chunky, but actually the M&S one is very, very nice and has a really nice flavour. It's more peppery, which I like. But the texture, I think they've like whizzed it up a bit more than Asda have.
Yeah.
And Asda have put a bit more meat on it.
Yeah.
Whereas M&S have whizzed it up.
I like that style of burger. I like the burger where the meat's not kind of been too whizzed up. That it's still kind of it's like coarsely ground. I think that one's really nice. When it comes to the drinks, I'm sorry, I can't tell the difference.
I can't tell the difference. Hang on.
Right.
Actually, I can. That's much more tangy.
I actually think
I prefer that because that's more tangy. That's the M&S.
And it's lemon. It should be a bit sour. It should be a bit tart.
It's a bit tart. That's it. It's a bit sour. But I'm actually happy to finish the M&S burger.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to finish the Asda one.
I like the meat ground up quite a lot.
Yeah, you like baby food.
Yeah. Okay, for tonight's dinner we're going to be having stir fry. So I got a stir fry from Asda and I got a stir fry from M&S. M&S does like a quite good stir fry deal. I've actually heard very, very good things about the M&S stir fry, so I'm really excited to try. What I did is I matched them both, so I've got a beef stir fry with black bean sauce. There were more options under M&S stir fry than there were for Asda, but the prices for a stir fry from M&S here and the prices for a stir fry from Asda are here. Now, as part of the Asda M&S taste match, there were only 2 parts of a stir fry that they've taste matched. That was a bit of a tongue twister. That they've taste matched to M&S. So those are the bits I got, and then we're going to share the veggies between the bowls. But I'm going to cook them both, cook both stir fries. I'm going to put them in the bowls, and then we're going to eat dinner. But I'm going to see if Lawrence notices a difference or prefers one over the other. In terms of price difference, I think with this one there is quite a big price difference, but yeah, we'll see if there's quality difference, taste difference, things like that. Okay, so just little extras I'm going to be using is toasted sesame seed oil and dark soy sauce. So we've got black bean sauce. So this is the black bean sauce option that was available on M&S or Ocado. So I ordered this on Ocado. These are the noodles from M&S. I have to say they look really nice, fine egg noodles. I've got beef strips, which I'm just going to divvy between both bowls. And then I've got veggies, which I'm going to divvy. And then we've got the Asda free range egg noodles, savoury egg noodles. These are a bit thicker, as you can see, but yeah. And then we've got the Asda sauce. I have to say the sauce looks really good from Asda. I've got my wok heating up. It's got a bit of vegetable oil, so I'm going to cook the beef strips first. Then I'm going to put them on a separate plate, and we're going to cook the rest and divvy it between the bowls. Okay, so with our dinner, so our stir fry is just doing, with our dinner I'm going to serve up the clementine juices. So we've got a clementine juice from Asda, which apparently is an M&S taste match. So I picked up the one from Asda, the one from M&S. This is the price of the Asda, this is the price of the M&S. I have to say the Asda one looks really nice. It looks like Sunny Delight, how Sunny D used to look. So I'm going to pour these in a glass, and then I'm going to serve dinner up. I'm not going to tell Lawrence which one is which out of the drinks or the dinner, and just get him to choose his favourite of each. So, we can't find our chopstick, so Lawrence doesn't know which one's which. I do. Okay, not much heat at all, but...
Well, like spice?
Yeah.
Were you expecting spice?
A little bit.
Did it say chilli?
No. I think because you normally add it.
Like...
What are your thoughts?
So I prefer these noodles.
I prefer those noodles, so I kind of want those ones.
They're thin, but what's really nice about them is they're really the sauce is sticking to them. It feels like there's like maybe a tiny bit more flavour in the sauce on this one, a tiny bit. But genuinely, if you kind of like said to me, like only if you kind of really said to me, right, choose your favourite, I'll kind of go, yeah, this one on the sauce. But I think actually the sauces are quite similar.
Yeah. I found that sauce quite a bit fruitier. This is a bit more like the umami flavour.
Yeah, that's a little bit more savoury. Yeah, this one's a bit more fruity, a bit sweeter. Those noodles I prefer, but Yeah, sauce-wise, they're just different. I wouldn't say they're kind of like one's better than the other. It's probably a matter of taste rather than anything else.
Yeah, I think the noodles, because the noodles make this one. That one's more slippery. So, okay, so this one was M&S. This one you preferred a little bit.
A little bit. This has got a bit more ginger in it, which I really like.
Yeah.
So I kind of quite like this one. Honestly, I'd love both of them. I feel really like. Do you know what? I prefer those noodles. Both of the sauces are equally nice. They're different, but I wouldn't say one's nicer than the other. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer M&S. I prefer a much more salty flavour. The textures are really nice because of the noodles. They're both just free range egg noodles, but these are like much thinner and they have got a stickier, the sauce has stuck to them a bit more. Whereas that's just, the sauce slipped off a bit more, those ones.
So normally, I don't know if it's like pasta, but with pasta, you can get pasta for like 90p for a kilo, or you can get pasta for £4 for half a kilo. And normally the difference is not the eggs or the flour, but it's the dyes that they make it in, because the more expensive pasta is rougher, which means the sauce sticks to them. So I wonder if
the noodles are made better.
These noodles are slightly of a slightly better quality. They just have a rougher texture on the outside, which is a kind of a trademark of a higher quality product.
I'm going to go M&S.
Yeah.
Personally, but I actually think they're both nice and I would eat both in the day.
100%. 100%.
So let's taste the juices. So these are clementine juices from Asda and M&S.
I don't know if my taste buds are off, but I genuinely can't taste the difference.
Oh, I could.
You could?
Yeah. So, like...
I felt like that one maybe had a bit more of a tang to it, but then maybe it's difficult when you're drinking. Have a bit more of this
probably
one?
the same thing, but...
This one's marginally better.
Yeah.
Marginally.
That's the M&S one.
Right.
It just tastes a tiny bit more fruity to me.
Yeah, it's a little less orangey and a little bit more tangerine-y.
Yeah. But that could be our thing. But actually, they're pretty much the same thing, aren't they? So, but I don't think there's much of a price difference in there, though.
Really?
Yeah. Back in the old days, if you said, oh, tonight we're having dinner from Asda, and then the next night you said, oh, tonight we're having dinner from M&S, you'd get a totally different reaction.
And your expectations would be completely different.
Your dinner from M&S, you're like, ooh, wow, posh, get the nice cutlery out. M&S does set trends, and I think everybody chases after them and tries to match quality with the price. But as I said, some of the prices haven't been actually that much different. But yeah, all in all, I think it's good for both of them because they're enjoyable for both.
So the story is, you ordered 2 lemon drizzle cakes.
And I still thought they'd just chuck in a chocolate fudge cake. Oh, that looks nice. So this is the M&S lemon drizzle cake.
Nice.
That looks really nice. Do you know what? That would be a really good cake to like, because you know people buy cakes from the supermarkets now and then they jazz it up a bit themselves to make it like a homemade birthday cake for someone. This is like a good starter for that. Oh, that smells lemony. That smells gorgeous.
Smells lovely.
But what we'll do is we'll taste the cakes anyway. Obviously we can't compare, but just see like what a shop bought cake from Asda is like and what a shop bought cake from M&S is like. That's not a Colin the Caterpillar, because I don't think I've ever had an M&S cake other than the Caterpillar.
Yeah.
That looks really nice, doesn't it?
It does. It's really nice.
Yeah, that looks nice.
With bits of chocolate on top.
I'm not going to say like which one I prefer, because no matter what, I will prefer the lemon cake because I'm a more lemon cake person.
Yeah, same. But
it will be good to say like, it'd just be good to have a cake taste test. Just be good to have some cake.
So we're just saying if we like it and what we think, You know, in an ideal world, we would be comparing lemons with lemons, but look at that. Lemon curd is the best. My aunt in Australia used to make lemon butter. It's like lemon curd, but with butter in it, and it's unbelievable.
That is absolutely delicious.
Oh,
lemon cake. That is one very good lemon cake. Sponge is lovely.
Absolutely delicious. And honestly, I could just keep eating and eating and eating this. No lemon curd.
Right, so if you want a good lemon curd, go to M&S. I feel like it's hard to get a chocolate cake right. Nice. It's a good chocolate cake. The sponge is a bit drier. But then cocoa powder is a dry thing, so like that is just, I think, how the sponge would be. Like that is such a moist. This is such a moist sponge. It's a nice chocolate cake.
It's a nice chocolate cake, but this is where it becomes a bit of a problem because I can't be objective about this. I can't say which one's better because this one's always going to be better. But you know what? It's pretty good. It's a pretty nice cake. I mean, actually, I can't think of anything that I don't like about it. This won't last, whereas this one will probably be donated.
You'll be donated to someone. No food gets wasted.